Hi there. I bought myself a new computer and I'm doing the video from the living room at the moment. When I find out whether this works or not, and we'll go from there. But this is part 2 of my Action and Superman collection showing. So all the issues from this in this one are from 1958. And the first issue is January cover dated and number 118. And lo and behold, it's another Death of Superman. So this is the second one in a year. As you know, the last one was in the Action Comics. What was it? 225. So, and that was supposedly the first time that they'd used the Death of Superman on a cover or in a story. And here we have, again, don't know who wrote it, but Kurt Swan and Stan Kay did the cover, and the story. Also with Kurt Swan, because he wasn't doing too much internal art at the moment. He actually did pencil the middle story, which was called The Boy Napoleon. But yes, another Death of Superman. Then the next one is January cover date again, but obviously Action Comics, number 236. And this is one of my few slabs. This actually is a CBCS slab. Like I said in my last video, I only buy the slabs when I can't find anything raw in decent condition, or if the raw ones are so ludicrously priced, the slab's cheaper. In that case, that was this one. But this one, as it says on the cover, Superman's new uniform. And this one has the startling first appearance of the anti-kryptonite belt. It was also its last appearance. But there you go. And the story was written by Otto Binder, and it was again Wayne Boring and Stan Kay. Oh, sorry. This new uniform also was reprinted in Superman 207. Only a bit of useless information for you. Then we have Superman 119 from February. Again, Kurt Swan, Stan Kay. And this is another complete novel, like issue 113, that had the same thing, the same story but in 3 parts. This again, this story called The Second Superman, 3 stories, but one story but in 3 parts. And this was written by Edmund Hamilton, and this, again, the art was by Wayne Boring and Stan Kay. Then we have Action Comics number 237, and this was the first of 4 covers like this. The next one was in 264, then 284, and then 302. They had 3 other different people smashing Perry's desk. But but you'll be seeing them as the years or the months go by. And that's again Kurt Swan, Stan Kay. Something I forgot to mention, an Action 236, it had an advert in there for Sergeant Bilko, Jerry Lewis, Bob Hope and Jackie Gleason, if anybody can remember those people. I can, unfortunately, I'm old enough. But they all DC comic books, all 4 of them, and they all had different types of success with the comic books. I don't think Jackie Gleason lasted too long, but the other 3 I think they didn't do too bad. Then we have Superman 120. It's a March cover date, and again Kurt Swan, Stan Kay. This is a gorgeous cover. I love this cover, but fortunately I was lied to when I bought it, because I was told there was nothing wrong with it. But unfortunately there's a great dirty, well, let's say a dirty great split. It is completely split all the way down the spine. I can't really see it how it's bagged and boarded, thankfully, but it's just a shame that it is like that. I hope to get another copy one day, but this book for some reason is very expensive. I think it's possibly because of the pink cover, and you don't find them in great condition, so people take advantage of that with the price. Oh, and this one also contains a house advert for Lois Lane #1, which came out, I think, on the 14th, oh, according to what I read, 14th of January 1958. Then we have Action Comics number 238, the March cover date, and this also contained that same advert, but this again, Kurt Swan and Stan Kay, one of the old famous gorilla covers, which seem to go for a lot of money. This one now, we've got April edition. It's not sealed because I haven't read it yet. And this one, again, is Kurt Swan and Stan Kay. The story was written by Edmund Hamilton, and Wayne Boring and Stan Kay did the art. And another house ad was in this one for the Challengers of the Unknown #1. Then we have Superman #121. Yeah, sorry, yeah, my list was wrong. Superman 121, May 58, and that is again Kurt Swan and Stan Kay, but also Ira Snap. I'm assuming did the lettering, but that's the Ira Snap probably should be on a lot of the others, but they never mention it in the DT database, of course. But the internal story was written by Jay Coleman and Kurt Scheffenberger. Then we have Action Comics number 240. Again, Kurt Swan and Stan Kay. Main story was written by Otto Binder, and Wayne Boring and Stan Kay did the internals. And this one had an advert for that very, very well known character, Charlie Chan. Then we have issue 241. This is the first appearance of Superman's Fortress of Solitude in the Silver Age. I don't think we ever saw that key again. I think you use it as a marker for aeroplanes, but it was a different shape than that from then on afterwards. Because it was the first appearance of the Fortress of Solitude, it seems to have made it an expensive book. But there you go. What did I say? And the story was Jerry Coleman. Then we have Superman number 122. Again, July cover date. Kurt Swan, Stan Kay. The Super Sergeant. There was a story in this book called Superman in the White House, written by Otto Binder and Al Plastino, and it was at that time a rare act for the fourth wall to be broken, as in Clark Kent at the end of the story winks at the readers. Then we have one of the big first appearances. It's not the greatest copy in the world, unfortunately. It's a CGC slab. It's only a 1/0 with brittle pages, unfortunately, but it was the best I could do for the money that I could afford. I wanted to fill the gaps of my collection, and that was the only way I could do it. I can't afford £12,000 for a 7.0 or whatever the hell it was charging. But as you know, this is the very first appearance of Brainiac. It was also the first appearance of Coco, the space monkey, his little mate that he used to talk to because nobody else had talked to him, and he lasted quite a few issues in the oldest Brainiac stories. and also it was the very first appearance of the Kandorians. Remembering, of course, in 10 issues time, when you have the first appearance of Supergirl, they obviously added that, made something of the Kandorians, I suppose. This issue came by Otto Binder and Al Plastino, so obviously they were the creators of all three of those, or the main characters that I spoke about. Sorry to be a bit confusing. And this Superman 123 August issue is one of them ones where it was a tryout for Supergirl, and lo and behold, it cost a lot of money because it's a tryout for Supergirl. It's another one of the three-part stories. Jimmy Olsen having a dream, and Supergirl, and they actually hyphenated, like Spider-Man's hyphenated. They actually hyphenated this Supergirl. Call it the Girl of Steel on the front there, but she's actually, I think, the second part of the story in this. And it was called Three Magic Wishes. And it was by Dick Sprang and Stan Kay. And Curse One, Stan Kay did the cover again. This is a bit of a faded issue, but it's like another one of those ones. Like the Brainiac appearance, this one cost a lot of money because they say it's the beginning of the Supergirl, even though there's some earlier than that. And again, they cost a lot of money as well. Then we have Action Comics number 243. And this is the very first appearances of Super Lion. It's also the last one, again. And this was done, I say, by Stan Kay. By Kurt Swan, Stan Kay, and Irish Snap. Cool. Okay. Then we're coming towards the end now with Superman 124, September cover date. And this first story was written by Jerry Coleman and Al Plastino, again the art Kurt Swan and Stan Kay, and the trivia piece about this particular book is the first Metropolis mailbag. So the first letters page appeared in this issue, called the Metropolis mailbag. And here we have, excuse me, Superman's Undersea Kingdom, which is nice. There's Action Comics, September cover date, number 244. And there's Superman stuck under the sea. And this was the first appearance of that well-known Kryptonian, Zach Cull. Again, it was also his last appearance. This was written by Otto Binder, Wayne Boring, and Stan Kay did the art. Then we have Action 245. Oh, sorry, tell a lie. I got that wrong. 245 is the first and last appearance of Zach Cull. I do apologise. This is the October edition. Sorry, I wasn't reading my worms properly. Again, the cover story by Jerry Coleman, Wayne Boring and Stan Kay, and the cover art Kurt Swan and Stan Kay. Also, by the looks of it, there's a little date on there, what I'm assuming is the delivery date. So it was August the 21st, or publishing date, August 21st, 1958. So that's giving you the 2 months ahead of the October issue. Then we have Superman 125, November cover date. Cover story by Jerry Coleman, Wayne Boring and Stan Kay, and the cover by Kurt Swan and Stan Kay. No special appearances in this one, apart from that new power of his, but I think that only lasted one issue, isn't it? And then we have the last two Action Comics, November 246, and that again was cover art Kurt Swan and Stan Kay, and the cover story was by Jerry Coleman, Wayne Boring and Stan Kay. It's amazing how many people Venture Krypton, and this is the sort of the opposite of that story. And then we have the last one from 1958, and that is December 247, and that's the return of Superman's lost parents. And that was written by Otto Binder, Al Plastino, and Stan K did the art, and Kurt Swan and Stan K cover. Well, I hope that was interesting, and I hope you will look out for part 3 for 1959. If you would like to subscribe and like to put a thumbs up, that would be great. And if you would like to comment, tell me what I'm doing wrong, that would be even better. So here's Terry signing out, and see you soon.